I'm going to take a little break today from selling stuff and just tell a story, because I like doing it, and you're going to have to listen to it if you turn this on. This is probably the strangest thing in all my years of working, the strangest thing I've ever had happen to me, where nobody got really injured. But let me just lay the groundwork. A friend of mine that worked with, I used to work for Great American Salvage Company in Montpelier. It was a pretty good sized outfit, and we did jobs all over. This particular time we got a call from somebody in Lancaster, New Hampshire, which is a little bit of a hike. So I said, well, the heck, I grabbed Brian Thompson, who he worked with us from the very beginning. He's as much of that company as anybody. And we took off and drove over to Lancaster, which is, you know, again, a little bit of a hike. We didn't know what we were going to find when we got there, but we knew it was an old house, 2-story, had, you know, so what the heck, we were buying doors and floors and cupboards and anything in there that we thought we could use and resell. So we got over there and went in, got in, had a key, got in, looked around through the first floor. It was stuff. There was actually a room there that it was locked. It was a little bathroom and hadn't been unlocked for quite a while. And when we finally did get it unlocked, there was a little bathroom in there and had a little mahogany curved front sink base and a marble top on it with this really nice fancy hardware. Oh, it was a beauty, just a little gem of a piece that was in there. There was a nice wall hung sink and some hardware on the walls. So that was a good find. We went around, we'd take an inventory of doors and just different things that we might take out, you know. Brian and I, we went up to the second floor and looked around. Stuff up there, mostly, second floor usually is just doors, maybe some floorboards and some hardware, maybe a cupboard, not much. But there was an attic. So I said, oh, well, we got to go up there. But there was no power in the building. I did have a flashlight. Brian didn't have one, but I had one. So we went up the stairs and it was darker than a boot up there. You couldn't see anything. But I had my flashlight and we looked out through the attic and there was stuff out there. You know, there was some stuff, some doors and remnants of furniture and just different things that we had to look at. But anyway, picture this. We come through the door, up the stairs and get into the attic, and we left the door open, but it's still dark as hell in there. So I'm coming through with my flashlight. I don't even have a flashlight. Well, anyway, I'll call that a flashlight. And I'm sweeping around. And on the floor, amongst all the stuff, there's a door laying there. And it's a good door, too. I said, God, Brian, we got to get that. So I move along with my flashlight, and I'm flashing it back a little bit so Brian can see. I'm saying, Brian, you know, why don't you grab this door, get it out into that other room, and I'll look around here a little bit and see what else I can find. So he says, okay. So I'm walking along, looking like this, and I hear slam, bang, crash, and I turned around real quick, and Brian was gone, just gone. I said, whoa, how in the hell did that happen? And I'm looking there trying to question what in the hell has happened here? I mean, he just disappeared. And I heard somewhere down below, I hear somebody moaning downstairs. And, Brian! He goes downstairs. I hear him down there. I run like a son of a gun downstairs. I get down there and he's all humped up down there laying on some kind of a counter. Apparently, I look up and he'd come down through the ceiling and there was a suspended ceiling there. He'd come down through and tore that ceiling down and all the panels were laying all over the place. He bounced off this counter and landed on the floor. He was bunged up some, but he wasn't hurt too bad. So I said, Brian, what happened? And he says, God, I don't know. The last thing I remember was picking that door up. Well, you could look up through the ceiling where the ceiling tiles had fell down, and you could see this great big hole in the floor up there, and that door was over it. So apparently what he did, and I don't know exactly how he did it, But it worked for him anyway. He must have come over, reached down, got a grip on the door, however. Oh, dang it. Got that door so we could pick it up. And it was, remember, it was dark. And I'm thinking that he went like that to take a look at it. And he went right down through. Hell, and he clattered right down downstairs. So we talked for a minute. And I asked him if he was hurt, and he says, "I'm not perfect, but I don't think I broke anything." So I said, "Well, let's go across the corner, the store over here, and I'll get you an orange soda, and that'll fix you up." So we did that, and to this day, he's still pissing and moaning because that was my cure for him falling down through the floor, was to buy him an orange soda. But man, that was freaky. When I turned back and he was gone. I couldn't imagine what had happened, but that door fell right back in place right over that hole. You'd never know it had been moved, and he was gonzo. That's the strangest thing I ever had happen to me, and luckily nobody got hurt. Thanks.